Hi, and welcome. You're listening to the X22 Report. My name is Dave, and this is episode 1050A, and today's date is August 16th, 2016, and the title of the episode is U.S. Government Makes One Last Attempt to Convince the Public the Economy Recovered as it Collapses. Now, before I get started, I just want to make an announcement. The interview with Bix Weir has been uploaded to the X22 Report Spotlight YouTube channel. So you can go right over to YouTube, type in X22 Report Spotlight. You'll see the interview there. Or you can come over to x22report.com site. All you have to do is scroll down a little bit, look over to the right-hand side. You'll see the video there. Or you can go to newssentinel.com. Same thing. Scroll down a little bit, look over to your right-hand side, and you can play the interview there. Let's get into the economic collapse financial news. Now, today we see the market is down a little bit. Gold is moving back up. And really, everything is pretty much staying status quo right now. Nothing really big is happening in the market area. But what we are seeing are the economic indicators, and they're all declining. Now, the United States government central bankers, they're making a huge push right now to convince everyone that this economy is strong. And this is why we're seeing a lot of these dead cat bounces right now, because they're doing whatever they possibly can to manipulate any type of information they can to make it look like the economy is strong. And we saw this back in 2008 of August. Actually, in 1929 in August, we saw the same thing, where they say, hey, look, market's back up. The economy looks like it's doing well. It seems like everything is back to normal. Everyone get into the stock market. And what happens 2 months down the line? The entire system crashed. But what we're seeing is more and more corporations. They're laying off people. Tudor Investment Corp, they're laying off 15% of the workforce. Merck, 148 jobs. SunPower, 1,200 jobs. ConocoPhillips, 900. Quote Wizard, 10% of their staff. And the corporate layoffs are going to continue. And as they continue, there's going to be more and more people without work. And as more and more people are without work, retail is going to decline, GDP is going to decline, manufacturing is going to decline, housing is going to decline. Everything will decline all at once. It is a contracting economy right now. Debt is moving up. All the economic indicators in all the sectors are pointing downward. Now, of course, there's a huge push to make it look like housing is doing very well. Now, there's a lot of people out there that believe housing is still doing very well. And all those people, and I've looked around in the Northeast, the South, the Midwest, the West, where people believe that the housing market is strong. And what they're doing is they're putting their houses up for these ridiculous prices. 3 weeks go by, 4 weeks go by, and they can't understand why they can't sell them. And then all of a sudden they lower $10,000. Maybe sometimes they lower it $15,000. And they still can't sell them. They're still on the market. Actually, traffic has dried up. I notice where I am, there's a house for sale across the way. And they put it up in July. 2 or 3 people came, and that was it. No one else has visited the house since. And it's been 4 weeks, and they haven't dropped the price yet. I expect the price will be dropped any day. Now, there's another house a little bit down the street that it's the same time period, and they're about $50,000 or $60,000 more than the one that's being sold for where I am, and it's pretty much the same house. There's really no difference. They've lowered it twice already, and nothing. And I look around the country, and I am seeing this happen in every single place. We're coming towards the end of the summer. This is the hot season for real estate. As we move into the winter, it's just going to get worse and worse. But of course, the information came out today in the corporate media of the U.S. government telling us that housing starts have jumped. But when we look at it, they spiked on rental units. And actually rentals they're having a tough time with those also. It's already started where there's a huge number of homes and a huge number of condos that are on the market that they just can't rent. So that's beginning at the same time where housing is declining. And we can see that when we look at housing, single family housing is flatlined, not going anywhere. Multifamily or rental, this has moved up a little bit. Permits have jumped a little bit in July. Now, the housing starts rose by 2.1% from June, where they were 5.6% higher a year ago. So this tells us something is wrong right now already. And when we look at this, we can see that the housing market, the housing starts, on a year-to-year basis, they have gone nowhere. And when we look at this, they've been pretty much flatlined since 2009. And they have not improved. Actually, they've been declining, and they have not improved. Now, more importantly, is that building permit data, well, that has fallen. And we can see that it's continually falling. So the housing market, it is in a bubble, and it's coming down right now. We see shipping, we see traffic, rail traffic, containers. This is all declining because what we can see right now is that if people aren't out there purchasing goods, there's no reason to ship goods around the country. The Port of Long Beach posts a 7.7% drop in container volumes compared to July 2015. And they're saying that the inventory levels right now are very, very high. And the start of the peak season is very slow. And we see truck shipments, they're continually doing worse and worse. They are down compared to 2015, compared to 2014, 2013. Intermodal shipping is also down. Intermodal shipping traffic suffers the first dip in 25 quarters. And in North America, it has fallen by 6.1% in the second quarter of 2016. This is one of the biggest volume declines. And this should tell us something. This should tell us that the economy, once again, is not doing what the U.S. government central bankers are trying to convince us that it is doing. Where they're telling us it's improving. Well, so far, everything that we've been looking at since 2008, we've been seeing everything decline or stay flatline. And in many cases, the economic indicators are worse than 2008. Industrial production. Now, we're seeing a dead cat bounce here. Month on month, it moved up 0.7%. They were only expecting a 0.3%. But if you step back and you look at the year on year, it is down by 0.53%. This is the 11th month in a row where U.S. industrial production has fallen. And we've seen these dead cat bounces before. And what happens is, we'll see a little bit of the dead cat bounce, boom, right back into contraction. It happens every single time. And if we look back in time to 2008 in August, to 1929 in August, we see the same patterns. We see the same thing to convince everyone in the summertime that everything is fine moving into the fall. But guess what? It is not fine. Obama is getting ready to steal funds from the people once again with Obamacare. Premiums right now for 2017, they're going to be on average around 24%. And we're seeing many different areas. It is very, very expensive to get in on this affordable insurance. And we see Aetna is leaving a lot of the markets. We know that Humana and many of the other insurance companies are leaving. They're raising the rates like crazy because they don't have the numbers, because the people are looking at this saying, what benefit does this give me? What is different now than it was before Obamacare? And many people can't see the difference. The only difference they see is higher premiums and higher deductibles, less benefits. Now, Obama is pushing the TPP, and he's saying this is going to be great for the American worker. Now, of course, he's pushing this while Congress is on vacation. They won't be back until after Labor Day. And Obama is out there telling everyone that the TPP lets American businesses sell more of their product abroad so they can expand and support good jobs here at home. Well, the fact is, the TPP is going to offshore more jobs, just like NAFTA. Lost about 800,000 jobs with that. Obama says that our trade rules are outdated. They put our workers at a disadvantage, and TPP will change that. Well, you have to think about what he's saying, that the workers are at a disadvantage. Remember, part of the TPP, sections that have been leaked, is that they will bring workers from other countries into this country, and they will be paid the wages from their countries. That's how they're going to bring back manufacturing here. They're going to lower the pay standard to a third world country. And this is what they're trying to do. They're trying to bring the United States down to that level. And the question is, why would they want to do this? Well, it's very simple. The United States is no longer going to be the reserve currency of the world. We will not live the life we're living right now. It will change. And so it's not such a big shock to everyone. They need to slowly bring the lifestyle of the people in the United States down to the level of the rest of the world. And this is what the TPP was designed to do. Now, of course, there's many other agendas associated with the TPP, where it gives the corporations a lot of power, takes the sovereignty away from governments. But we can see whatever Obama is pushing, whatever these corporations are pushing, whatever the central banks are pushing, it is not good for the people. And the TPP, it's only going to accelerate the process of transforming America into a third world country, a nation of maids, waitresses, bellhops, fast food workers, janitors, bus and cab drivers, low-paying jobs. And this is their agenda. Listen, everyone, thanks a lot for listening. Be well, be safe, and especially be prepared. Thanks a lot.